of my sacred steel influences are Fran Grace. She was one of my teachers. She was one of the ones from the church that I heard this awesome music at. Dale Grace, another one of my teachers, their siblings, Henry Tyson. And it was so amazing because even though they all played sacred steel, they had a different style, different sound. So I wanted it all. I wanted the sound of Fran, the sound of Dale, and then Henry had a different sound. He did more chording and pedal steel. And so Henry Tyson, another teacher influence of mine, is Yo-Yo Ramsey. So the church I was a part of, he was the main musician, main instrumentalist. So those were my teachers, and now some of my influences and those that I've heard about, heard their music, and it's like one day, ooh, if I could just meet this person. One of them was Calvin Cook. Calvin Cook, he had that sound. He had the sacred steel sound, but he took it to a level that was just like how my mother used to say I was wild with my playing, and that Calvin Cook would do what I consider sneak attack. He would be real smooth with it. Then he have an echo or all that would just blow my mind. So Calvin Cook is one of my influences. The Campbell brothers. They were one of my influences because they were a family of sacred steel musicians, and had some singers as well that would sing when they would go and travel, and they did more mainstream stuff. So that was like when I kind of got that light bulb in my head, like, okay, my family, we sing, but I wonder if we can kind of do a little more with this sacred steel, because these Campbell brothers is off the hook. And it's Derek, Philip, and Chuck. Those are the main ones, the Campbell brothers. And so it was so unique how they would have the two steel guitars. And I was like, never knew that could be done. And so I know by seeing that, I was blessed to be able to play at one of our sacred steel showcases, and me and my teacher, Fran Grace, was able to play together. That was a major thing for my musical career. So it's like, we the female Campbell brothers. Yes. So my teacher, my influence, Fran, we was able to play together at one of the Sacred Steel showcases. That was just great. And then by me listening to, the different musicians, my influences, I don't remember what year it was, but the Sly Brothers, I don't know if you heard of the Sly Brothers, another Sacred Steel band. And one of the Steelers is Aubrey Gent. Another Steeler is Calvin Cook. And the other Steeler was Chuck Campbell. So I heard they were going to be close. They were going to be in another part of Ohio, probably 20 minutes from where I live, Bowling Green, Ohio. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I'll be able to hear my influences in person. But it gets better than that. So I get a call. Calvin said, well, if you come, if Nikki comes, tell her to bring her guitar. Now, first of all, I passed out first. I fell on the floor. Then when I came to, my sister said it again. I was like, is this for real? So I was able to not only meet one of my influences, well, two of them. I was able to play with them at the Black Swamp Arts Festival. I was excited, nervous, scared, excited all at the same time. But that was one of the highlights of my whole life of playing the steel guitar. To sit on the side, I was Calvin Cook's Jermaine Jackson. Calvin Cook he was like the Michael Jackson. I was over on his right, and then Chuck Campbell was over to his left. So I was the Jermaine Jackson of the Slide Brothers. But they treated me. They didn't treat me like I was a amateur, like I didn't know what I was doing. They was giving me lead way to just come on, Nikki. I never shall forget what they done for me. But yes, to meet my influences and to play with them, that was just great. And just so many different Steelers. Tubby Golden, I remember as a young adult on any given Sunday night, Tubby, he lived in another part of Ohio. He would come and play, and oh my goodness, I was just fascinated. And sometimes I can't explain or express my style because I've had so many influences. Another influence, and I know a lot of people have heard of him because I think he was probably one of, well, maybe not the first one to go mainstream, but I know you've heard of Robert Randolph. Oh, the young guy. He's a wildcat too. One of my influences. He's very talented musician, and I was able to meet him at Black Swamp Arts Festival, and I got on stage with him too. He didn't let me play, but but I got on stage. He signed my guitar. I was able to meet him. So yeah, Robert Randolph, yeah, and like I said, all of the musicians and all of my influences, the ones that I named, we all come out of the same organization. We're not out of the same church per se, but the organization. We're all Mother Tate's children. We're the descendants of Mother Tate, so yeah, we come out of the same. Like I said, this is our culture. It's in our blood. Yes, sir. But the name of my group, my family group, Nikki D and the Browns, which consists of we're all family. 4 sisters. My sister Lynette, my sister Belinda, my sister Gloria, and she's the rhythm guitar player, and myself, us 4 sisters. And then I have 2 cousins. That's a part of the group. My cousin Gwen, she's the vocalist. And my cousin Tamika, she's our bass player. Then I have a niece and a nephew. My niece Shayla, she's the vocalist. She do like second lead. She helped her auntie out. And then I call my drummer, my percussionist, my nephew Christian. So he's our timekeeper. So we're the Nikki D and the Browns, also known as Sisters of Thunder. And what's so funny about that whole thing, same group, same people, but when we're the Browns, we do all this good singing and keep the singing going. But when we the Sisters of Thunder, you get all this good sacred steel music. So that's the difference. But it's the same set of people. So if you want Nikki D and the Browns, call me. If you want the Sisters of Thunder, call me. Same number. God bless you. Until we meet again.